welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to show you guys some awesome money making methods for the early game of Hypixel Skyblock, which will hopefully allow you to get stuff like a Raider's Axe and Ender Armor really quickly and yeah, get some awesome stuff like that. So before we get into it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe and turn notifications to see more of my videos, but let's get into the video. So, one of the first things you want to do as soon as you log into a new profile on Skyblock, I'd suggest, obviously you probably want to go through the mining stuff a little bit. You probably know how to do that slightly. If you've just logged into the game, you can follow these objectives, and that's quite easy to do. You've got like a few main collections you can follow. Just follow these islands around, and you'll eventually figure out what you're doing. But I'd suggest to get some money, get yourself a rookie hoe for 10 coins, and then you can go and get telekinesis on it by going to the gold mines. You will have to mine a little bit of coal and stuff to get there. This is an aspect of the end, by the way, but yeah, if you just go to the gold mine, you don't need an aspect of the end or anything. You can just walk over there and go to this guy. I don't know what his name is. His name is Rusty. So you just give him your hoe, and then he'll do it for 100 coins. I don't have the coins on me, but yeah, so you apply telekinesis to that rookie hoe, and then you also will want harvesting 5, but you'll get that in a minute. I'll show you how to get that as well. But yeah, basically what you want to do with that telekinesis hoe, I'll get my actual hoe out because then it'll be easy to show you guys. Oh, it's in my... I hate this backpack system, it's very weird. So this is a regular hoe. Now you don't need all of these turbo enchants, they're a later game thing you will come to learn about. But yeah, if you farm a bunch of wheat like this, you won't get quite as much as me. Because you don't have harvesting 5 yet, but it's really easy to get if you literally just mine this up for a while, and then you can go into the wheat collection. If you haven't seen this collection menu before, you just have to find the farming collection, and then wheat. Now wheat 2 is harvesting 5. This will cost like 23 levels to enchant, so you might need to do a lot of mining first to do this. But once you've got that, you should be able to make a ton of money literally just by farming this. And once you get a full inventory, you go and sell it all to the NPC, and you'll make a decent amount of money. You'll also get a few coins from farming levels, so you'll also get enough to go to the mushroom desert and do all of that cool stuff. So that is really awesome to do early game. Now, yeah, I just sell this all to here, and you get 64 coins per stack of wheat, so that is pretty decent to start yourself off. You could do like 3 inventories worth of that and get yourself like a few thousand coins. And that's the very first thing you want to do. Now, once you've got yourself like maybe an undead sword, if you don't from the NPC, and some decent armor, maybe like growth 1 armor that you can get again from the NPC. You can head through the zombie place, get yourself a combat level or 2, I think, and then you can head to the spider's den. Now this is what I'd always recommend you do because it's very good early game. As long as you have like maybe some ender pearls or something, you will easily be able to get around this place, and I'll show you what exactly you're going to do to make yourself a few coins. Now, this is probably the first like large amount of coins you're going to get, because you're going to get 10,000 coins per time you do this. So basically what you have to do is talk to that guy over there, the archaeologist, and once you've done that, you can head over to these relics, and basically these give you 10,000 coins each time you click on one of them, and I think there's a lot of them, but you can only get the ones on the surface. So there is one just off the side here. It's down here somewhere. It's like in this little cave down there. It's difficult to get to, but you can just about do it. Oh god, there's a barrier block there. So yeah, you can get into that little bit. There's a one there. There's also one under this building, like all the way over here. You can obviously just walk around to these places. I just use this to get around quickly. But I think it's somewhere here. There is a relic. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's somewhere along here. But yeah, that relics are really awesome to get yourself some early game coins, because you can get yourself, if you find an Uber relic, that's 30,000 coins, but I think most of them are underground in the cave that starts over there. So yeah, you probably won't be able to do that because of the 4,000 health spiders. But yeah, moving to the next one. Now, this is really important you do, because this is how on my other profiles I've managed to get a good amount of coins just from doing this. Obviously you can't do this constantly, but you want to look at the calendar and events and see when the next Jerry event or spooky event is. You can do fishing events, but they're not as profitable early game. So the 103rd season of Jerry is in 16 hours. Probably, I don't know when this video is coming out. It might still be happening soon. But yeah. If you do that Jerry event, and in those places you can get 20 white gifts just from being there. You have to go look for them all, and those will sell for 5,000 coins each. So if you get 20 of those, plus Plus, if you do the actual event, it might not work with your time zone or whatever, because in 16 hours, I think it's like 4 a.m. for me, so I can't actually do that one. But if you actually manage to be there on time, you'll get a bunch more gifts by fighting these magma cubes, and that can be sold for even more coins. So if you do all of that, you probably get some reds and some greens as well, which will make you, honestly, it can make you millions of coins. It can make you upwards of 1 mil coins in one Jero event, which is really awesome. Now, this is quite a new one, actually. This is slightly more early game than the, maybe you haven't done the relics or the events yet. I'd suggest you get yourself a shovel. Now, this is very new, actually. So, what you want to do, I guess you can get a gold shovel by doing this gold ingot and get some sticks. And then what you want to, if you can get efficiency 2 on that, I believe, then apply that to your shovel, get 2 efficiency books and apply them to your shovel. And efficiency 2, I think, is enough, plus a gold shovel, is enough to get yourself a bunch of sand. Now, this is interesting because sand wasn't actually collectible before. You had to use minions to get it, but now, thanks to this place, I believe, yeah, you can mine sand. So I've seen people do this a lot. You basically just get your shovel out and you mine a lot of sand, and then this depends on the price of it in the bazaar, but just going through like this will make you a decent amount of coins, I think. This is all going into my mining sack currently, but yeah, if you sold all of this, you might get a few coins. Now, it's probably more profitable than wheat, but less profitable than like doing relics and stuff, but it is a consistent mine that can easily get you a good amount of coins, I think. This obviously depends on the price of it in bazaar. I'm not exactly sure on that right now. Let's see, if I empty my sandbag and go and sell it all, we will see how much that costs. But yeah, those are some really good methods to start you off with. And now, with all those coins you make from that, you can start like reinvesting it in your coin making. That is what I'd suggest. Just keep investing in whatever you can make. You don't really need too much gear right now. Look at that, 650 coins in like 3 seconds of sand mining. So if you do like a few inventories worth of that, you could get yourself like 5k in like 5 minutes, which is very awesome. It's very consistent and useful to do that. But yeah, next I want to show you how you can reinvest that money. So I'd suggest a couple things. Now, minions are a very important one. Obviously, if you go to your island, now this is very important to do minions. Obviously, I'm very late game, or not late game, mid game. So you probably won't get anything like this yet. But I'd suggest trying to get yourself at least some clay minions, not tier 11, and try and get yourself some super compactors. Now, this is going to be difficult because these things cost a lot of money. So you'll probably be able to buy about 2 per Jerry event you do. Maybe they'll cost like 300 to 500k each super compactor. But once you build up like 10 of them, then you can make a really good amount of money just by selling the stuff that your minions produce. The enchanted stuff is all really useful. Now, these snow minions, you won't be able to get any of these just yet, because these are going to cost you like 2 million coins-ish per snow minion. No, not 1 million coins-ish per snow minion, which is very awesome. But they do make you a good amount of coins back. There is the tarantula minion. I wouldn't recommend going for this, because it is very expensive. I'm going to do another video on minions in a minute, not in a minute, in the near future, because I want to do a top 10 minions to figure out what is the best minion at the moment, and stuff like that. So definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, if we sell all of this stuff, I can show you that these do make a good amount of money. Yeah, there you go. That's 200k just from one bit of snow minion, which is very awesome. You probably won't be able to get a snow minion, obviously, so just work on your basic minion setup. Now, to start with, I'd suggest you go for some compactors. You don't have to buy them, you can just get them yourself, compactors. They cost about 7k, and then you can put them in mining minions like redstone and lapis, which are really important for collections. So definitely do that first before you rush to super compactors. But you can do that while you're farming like sand and other things like that. But yeah, one last thing I wanted to show you how to invest your money back into is farming. Now, you probably don't need to spend too much money on this. It's quite cheap to start with, but you need to build farms. Now, obviously my farms aren't very big. It would look big to you, but this is not large enough. You probably want to go all the way along to the end of your island, and then other more layers of this as well. But if you do this can make you a good amount of money later on, and you'll definitely need stuff like a personal compactor, so you can't really do this too well early game, but definitely just be aware that you will need to build farms and stuff like that. So these will make you a ton of money later on. So yeah, that is basically all of my early game methods. These are really early games, so if you did enjoy, please subscribe, and it really help out the channel. We hit 310 subscribers or something, so that's really awesome. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.